So we're going to be talking about developers being harassed by quote-unquote fans. Both the God of War team as well as the Monkey Island team have received quite a bit of harassment. We're going to look at these stories, see what's similar, see what's different, and talk about our feelings on fans stepping over the line, right? Making demands of
No, they don't. They don't do that, do they?
Maybe. But let me remind you to like the video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel so we can bring you more controversial topics like this. So, Gary, I don't know if you know this, but there's a new God of War coming out.
Yeah.
Now, what would you do
November,
if I told
right?
you? Yeah, what would you do if I told you that there's no actual release date? Right, they haven't given a release date for the game. How far would you go to get that release date from an employee of Santa Monica, Sony?
I mean, I'm not gonna go far at all. I'll probably add my 2 cents into a comment section or something along those lines. I feel like my voice is not going to change. Their work schedule, and there's no point for me to waste that energy into contacting their emails or anything like that. I might say it depends how I feel about it. You know, if it's something like the Amico where it's for 4 years and it's like, oh, they need a little bit more time. No, I'm gonna say, look, it's been 4 years. What the hell are you doing? I think fans of, if there's any fans of any video game right now that should be really royally pissed off and upset, it's guys that are who have been waiting for like a Metroid Prime game. I mean, they've been waiting a long time. They've seen reveal trailers and the production or the cycle, the development cycle of that game's just been crazy.
Gary, great answer, but I think you missed the setup, right? Because I was trying to set you up for something, Gary. What I was going to say was, Gary, how far would you go to get the release date on a game? Would you send a Twitter DM? Do you think that's far enough?
I probably wouldn't even do that. No.
What about an angry email?
No angry emails. That's not helping anybody.
So what about if you contacted employees and said, if you don't give me the release date, I will not stop sending you dick pics? You think that might be a little too far?
That's definitely harassment. And I think you need to really step back and reevaluate your life. If God of War is encouraging you to send dick pics and you think you're going to get your way from that, I think you really have to step back and maybe take a break from gaming in general.
Yeah, this comes from Push Square. God of War fans, quote unquote, harassing Sony Santa Monica employees with unsolicited penis pictures in exchange.
Damn it, Dean.
God of War Ragnarok was allegedly due to be dated today, but Sony delayed the announcement for reasons we'll probably never publicly know. The likelihood is that it's down to logistics involving pre-orders, but that's pure speculation on our part. As anticipation reaches fever pitch, however, fans are taking their enthusiasm to disgusting new lows. Estelle Tagani, hopefully I said that name right, a cinematics producer on the sequel, noted on Twitter that she'd received harassment in the form of unsolicited penis pictures, which so-called fans were sending in exchange for more information on the game. To the people, I'm laughing, but I don't find it funny. To the people who are doing this, she asked, when did that work for you? It's certainly unsavory behavior. Sony Santa Monica's Corey Barlog has since weighed in on the subject. I cannot believe I even have to say this, but don't fucking send dick pics to anyone on this team or anyone in this industry for that matter. Or anyone. He should have added, but don't ever send an unsolicited. Yeah. Ask, and if they say yes, ask again and be like, can you repeat that in writing? They're busting.
I mean, this is just weird. This is bizarre. I mean, like, this has to be like, this can't be like our generation type people. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I'd like to think that our generation is a little smarter than that. This seems very bizarre and childish behavior. You're not getting your way. You're throwing a temper tantrum, and the first thing you think is like, I'm going to show my dick. That'll get him to send you a release date.
I showed you my dick. Please respond.
So wait, is this just all? So these are dick pics. There's no like some female fans that are upset sending like vagina pics.
No, they're basically, and it's not even like, hey, I know you like my dick. Guys, give me some answers. No, it's more like, I know you don't want me to do this, so I'm going to keep doing this unless you give me answers. It's almost like a
childish behavior.
The end of the quote is they're busting their ass to make something for you to enjoy. Show some fucking respect.
I mean, the game, it's got to work, guys. It's coming out. Give them time. Like, it's not like they're going to cancel God of War. And most likely, it's usually to make some form of the process of getting the game out to you better, whether that be the right timing, and obviously they have, maybe there's something that they feel that's going to compete with God of War. They just don't want it out in that time frame. I mean, there could be so many things for the reason of the delay. And then, people have gotten so impatient these days that they can't wait. And that, like, waiting a few extra months is like, dude, I waited a year from when I ordered the play date and it came. And guess what? Like, it didn't affect any of that time before, but now that I have it, I have it, and I enjoyed it that much more, right? I like anticipated it that much more, made it that much more sweet when it finally came to me. So I don't understand this. I got to have it now. And if you don't give it to me now, I'm going to scream and kick like a 5-year-old. This makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree. This is complete entitlement. But that wasn't the only developer being harassed. This is coming from, I believe, The Verge. Ron Gilbert won't post about the new Monkey Island anymore following online abuse. He shut down comments on the blog post following personal attacks. It says, this week we finally saw the first gameplay trailer of Return to Monkey Island, a follow-up to the first and second Monkey Island games that's headed up by Ron Gilbert. Much of the game's rollout has been delightful. An apparent April Fool's joke by Gilbert about a new Monkey Island game turned out to be a real announcement. But there's been some sour discourse following the new trailer and on his personal blog. Gilbert said he won't be posting about Return to Monkey Island anymore. I'm shutting down comments, Gilbert said in a post featuring the new trailer. People are just being mean, and I'm having to delete personal attack comments. It's an amazing game, and everyone on the team is very proud of it. Play it or don't play it, but don't ruin it for everyone else. I won't be posting any more about the game. The joy of sharing has been driven from me.
See, so now it affects the childish behavior has even seized further news about the game, which in turn you didn't get what you wanted. You just made it worse for everybody else.
Yeah. Continuing on, it says, from what I've seen, most of the negative comments have been focused on Return to Monkey Island's art direction. The original game used pixel art, but the new game opts for a more cartoony look. In an April interview with The Verge, Gilbert said that it was an intentional decision. Quote, so it isn't pixel art, and that was a discussion that David Grossman and I had early on about, should it be pixel art game? Should it be a not pixel art game? Ultimately, we thought that we thought that we just had a lot more freedom and flexibility to not make it a pixel art game. I think people are going to be very happy with the art once they see it and once they see it moving in the animation. We have an incredible group of animators on the project, and it's really neat when you actually start to see everything moving in the game. And Gilbert tried to address criticisms of Return to Monkey Island's art style in a May post on his personal blog. Quote, Return to Monkey Island may not be the art style you wanted or were expecting, but it's the art style I wanted, he wrote. Unfortunately, though, some people have continued to say vile stuff, and now it seems we won't be hearing from Gilbert about what looks to be a terrific game. Seriously, if the short scene featuring on the Return to Monkey Island website, complete with a classic point-and-click dialogue tree, is any indication, then I think we're in for a treat. So, yeah. How do we have to tell these people? Why is it that we have to tell people this? Don't harass people. Don't make personal attacks.
Because not everybody uses common sense. Unfortunately, not everybody was born with good old fashioned logic, and they don't. And nowadays, the internet and everything that's gone on with TikTok and it, there used to be a time where anonymity was a thing, right? We used to say our our bad takes, but nobody knew who we were. And now everybody's open to having these bad takes with knowing who you are. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm so happy that he said, like, hey, it might not have been the art style that you wanted, but it's the fucking art style I wanted. And that's what I talked about, but about an hour ago, is that the developers should be pleasing themselves first. The fans come second, and usually when your direction is that small, you don't have all these different, oh, you should do this, you should throw that in, and then it just becomes like a hodgepodge and the game loses its direction. This way that they took a avenue and they focused on that, and at the end of the day, it would have been nice to see another Monkey Island game with pixel art, but it seems like it's going. I don't think Deathspank had pixel art, and people loved that, and I think it's more along the same lines of that art from at least the few screenshots that I've seen. Now, I was not aware that this was like the third game. I thought this was like another remake, only because I only glanced over this just a little bit. Like I said, I only seen a few screenshots, but it's good to know that they're going the direction that they want to go, and at the end of the day, it'll probably be better for it. Am I sad that it doesn't have pixel art? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I mean, this looks, from the screenshots that I seen, it looked just as good. So
yeah. So we got this comment here. Didn't people have issues with Sonic the movie and they made him better? These people are too sensitive. Lol. I think that the difference is people. Hold on. I think the difference is that people were attacking the Sonic model. That it looked ugly. It's a bad model. Versus people attacking this guy on a personal level, like, hey, you're a fucking moron. You're an idiot. Go, self-delete yourself. They were
it was constructive criticism.
Yeah. So there is a difference.
And they knew, like, Sonic fans, it's like the Turtles. Like, the Turtles looked hideous. Who was that? The Michael Bay ones?
Yeah.
They looked hideous. And Sonic just didn't look right. Okay, Sonic didn't look right. And if they did the right thing, they went back and they made Sonic look the way he should have looked. And there was a difference, like Tony said. They probably did get attacked like that. I'm sure there were a few knuckleheads out there that said, you guys are assholes and idiots for making Sonic look that way. I'm sure they got that. They just never reported on that. But the right thing to do is, hey, they had constructive criticism, and they didn't have to go back and redo Sonic. They could have released that movie the way it was and got it out earlier and not spent more money redesigning the way Sonic looked. But at the end, they did. And I think it was a win for them. I think not everybody praises Sonic, but they said it was an okay movie. It was good. And then a lot of people went and seen the second one because of it. So there are times where that works and you'll be listened to and they'll take it to heart. And then other instances where it's just unnecessary and you have people attacking a developer because it was his choice to change the overall aesthetics of the game. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and this is the 6th game overall in the Monkey Island franchise, though it is the 3rd chronologically. Right. Yeah.
I think they went and remastered it back on the 360 days, right? It came out for the 360 arcade and PlayStation Store. They remastered those 2 games, and yeah, Monkey Island's all over the place. I would, someone like Ron Gilbert and their development decisions, I will trust because they have delivered. They've delivered the goods in the past, so I stand by his decision to work the art. Might not be my favorite art style, but he's the developer. You get what you're going to get.
Yeah. Don't harass developers is what we're saying. The overall message of this.
Hey. Hey, get out of my way. There's news and hot takes, so you might as well stay.